One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Vols will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bennett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Here's the handoff. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Got the quick pass. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Man, and that's not the start they needed. You're already the underdog. You struggled this season going against a really good team. First drive, first possession, man, what do? You turn the football over. That's probably why they have a losing record.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Lewis. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Volunteers want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Finds his big tight end. He's stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a first and goal.
And there is no question they should just keep letting this guy throw the ball. He's 5 for 5 on this drive. They've only run 5 offensive plays, and he's already got him down here by the goal line. Let him keep chucking it.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Dad make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on down.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now
he's loose. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in, it's Bennett. At the 35, he's loose. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 37, it's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Quickly complete. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Finding open areas. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Swings it out to his running back. He's not going to make it. What a job on his defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks and you can get it.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got...
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got enough for the first down. Oh, he found a space on the right. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
How about the offensive line working in tandem on these blocks? You see some of those guys that got up into the second level, got a hat on a hat, and that left open a huge crease for the running back.
The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feet. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecock.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Aguilar. It's complete to the left. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to... Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Using the quick game. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the ball's racing to the line in a hurry up.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Let's it fly. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to pass, it's Sellers. He fires one deep down the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Now, LaNorris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
It's first down from the 11. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And the Volunteers get enough to move the chains.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Quarterback looks for a little space. Scores on the sneak.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Puts it out of the air. They're wrestling down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gamecocks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Jacobs. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads it left. That is just a sideline play. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Really nice awareness that time, getting out of bounds and saving 6 seconds on the clock. You're in field goal range here, so you've got maybe time for one more quick completion, get out of bounds, or if you're not going to kick the field goal, you've got time for one more shot into the end zone.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He's in open space downfield. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Matthews. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open the second half with a run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but he was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So,
he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Dropping back, it's Aguilar. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable third and long situation.
He'll need to loosen up that arm. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be fourth down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the Bulldogs are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far...
There he goes! And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Turns it on at midfield. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Might as well stick with him. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. The Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Gamecocks will have it first and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I mean, you just can't teach and coach Big D tackles to be that quick. I mean, he shot right out of his stance, beat the offensive lineman, and he was in the backfield before the O-line even knew it.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Sellers. Quickly complete. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Tennessee 17, South Carolina 7.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the shotgun, they'll run it. It's a seam wide open. Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely center cut. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the inside. There he goes. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
One thing you know with this guy at fullback, he's not going to fumble the football, and I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the 4th quarter with the lead.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set. 1st down. Fires to the big fella. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Give to the fullback. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the 1st down. Nice play.
Give to the running back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice game on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Volunteers! they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Under fire. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going for it all. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And after failing to get that fourth down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On the snap, it's Thomas. Finding an escape route. Turning on the Jets. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Thomas. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. App State came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Boone had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Zings it complete to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath it.
Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here, and now they're playing catch-up.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
He wants to go deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Quickly complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's
Lots of running room. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat, face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.